I was a combat helicopter pilot in the Royal Air Force for 21 years, and there were plenty of times in my career where I had to deliver and perform on my A game under considerable pressure. Because what I discovered in my 21 years in the Air Force is that how we perform under pressure is not a mark of our character. It's not something that we're born with. It's something that we learn. And it's something that I can teach you. If you've heard me speak before, or if you saw my last video, you might have heard me referring to debriefs. Debriefs are something we do in the military all the time after every single mission, mostly so that we can analyse what went well and what we could do better next time. Now, if you're keen to get into the debriefing routine and it's something that's quite new to you, as I mentioned in my last video, the very first thing that I would do before I even started debriefing is start to create that emotional currency and that trust. And I think the most effective and powerful way to do that is to start sharing your own mistakes so that you show people that you're prepared to walk the walk. But let's just say you're already at that stage and you think, no, I am really keen to get into this debriefing. First of all, to clarify, debriefing is simply a routine period of reflection where you get together every day, every week to talk about what went well and what you could do better next time. But before you do that, I think a really good question to ask yourself is, why are we doing this debrief? It may seem like an obvious question, but actually your why is really important, because let's just say it's fairly new to you and you say to someone, should we do a quick debrief? It's not very difficult to imagine. They might be a bit suspicious. They might think, oh my goodness, what have I done wrong? So actually, they want to know why we're debriefing, and you can articulate that. And it's also quite possible that your why will change depending on where you are on your journey in terms of sort of growth mindset, but also, what's going on environmentally, what's going on in business. So for example, if you're just starting out, the why for the debrief might simply be to normalize it, to make it routine so that people know this is just something we do now and they know not to read too much into it. And therefore they're not distracted during the debrief thinking, oh my goodness, why are we doing this? So your why might simply be to normalize it and make that kind of feedback process something that you do normally. As you evolve or as a situation changes, your why might change. Maybe you're going through difficulty, maybe you're dealing with a lot of setbacks and you want to remind people of the success and the progress that they've encountered. So the why of the debrief might simply be to take stock of where we've come from. And then if you're feeling really growth orientated and you want to accelerate your growth, then you might decide that your why is to refine your processes, to look for those areas where you can really, really fine tune what you're doing, the even better if. So it's entirely reasonable that your why for your debrief might change, and it's really worth considering why you're doing it before you dive in and articulating that to your team. So I hope that's helpful. Please do tell me what your why is and tune in for the next video where I'm going to talk about how we debrief.